Hello everyone, welcome back to Mtare TV. My name is Robert Mtare and I'll be your chemistry tutor today. Alright, so in today's episode, which is episode 2 of the 2025 Pure Chemistry question 4 on more concept, and we shall look at on how to find the limiting reagent, the shortest way to find the limiting reagent during an exam. So please, if you don't have a pen and a paper, pause the video and go get the pen and the paper, because what I'm about to explain is very important. Alright, so without any further ado, let's look at the question. So the question reads, calculate or rather determine the limiting reagent. Question 4b, determine the limiting reagent. Okay, so for one, to determine the limiting reagent, the first thing you need to do is find the moles of all the reactants. Find the moles of all reactants. So first thing first, we need to find the moles for aluminum oxide. How do we find the moles for aluminum oxide? So first thing, we know that the mass have been given from the question of aluminum oxide, which is 0.765 grams. If we don't know where we got the mass, we got the mass from the question there. Then we need to find the molar mass. So we need to find the molar mass of aluminum oxide. So to find the molar mass of aluminum oxide, we're going to say 27 times 2 plus 16 times 3, which will give us 54 plus 48. The total will give us 102. So that is the molar mass of aluminum oxide. Now we know that the formula for finding moles is equals to mass divided by molar mass. So our mass in the question we're given is 0.765 divided by 102. When you do your calculations there, you're going to find the moles for aluminum oxide is 0.0075 moles. Once you find the moles for aluminum oxide, which is one of the reactants, we need to find the moles of the other reactant, which is sulfuric acid. Now pay particular attention here. So how do we find the moles when you are given the concentration of the substance and the volume of the substance here? So the formula is going to change on how we find the moles. We're not going to use the formula we use for finding the moles of aluminum oxide. Why? Because for sulfuric acid, we have been given the concentration and the volume only. And the other thing you need to note that on the volume there, if you pay particular attention to the SI units there, you said the volume is in what? Cubic centimeters. And we know that in chemistry, under more concept, we don't deal with the cubic centimeters volume. We deal with what? Cubic decimeter. So we need to convert that volume into cubic decimeter. And how do we do that? So we're going to divide that 100 by 1000, giving us 0.100 cubic decimeter. So that is the reason. So that is why we have to convert. We have to convert because always in volume we deal with what in cubic decimeters, and that's how we convert the 100 centimeter cubic into 0.100 cubic decimeter. Alright, so once you have converted the volume, what you need to do next is multiply the concentration given in the question times the volume. So from the question there, our concentration of sulfuric acid is 0.1500. So we're going to multiply that concentration with our answer there. So we're going to say moles of sulfuric acid is equals to 0.1500 times 0.100, giving us 0.0150 moles of sulfuric acid. So once you find the moles of the reactants, what you need to do, you need to compare. So you need to not compare, you need to divide the moles of the reactants by the coefficient in the balance equation. Equation. So I've put the balance equation there on purpose because we need to get those coefficients and divide by the moles we have found. So in this case, we're going to say for aluminum What is the coefficient of aluminium from the balance equation? We know that is what? It's 1. And the coefficient, so we're going to divide the moles for aluminum oxide by 1. Why? Because the coefficient of aluminum oxide on the equation is what? Is 1. So we'll do the same thing on the sulfuric acid there. So the coefficient of the sulfuric acid there is what? Is 3. So we're going to divide our moles were found for sulfuric acid by 3. So we're going to say 0.0150 divided by 3. So once you do calculations there, after finding the answers, what you're going to do, you're going to compare. You're going to ask yourself, okay, which one has the smallest value? Which one has the smallest value? So in this case, the substance with the smallest value is what? Sulfuric acid, and that's your limiting reagent. Thank you for watching Mtale TV. I hope you have learned one or two things. This was Robert Mtale, your representative, your tutor for pure chemistry. Please support us by subscribing, liking, and leaving a comment so that we can continue making more educational videos like this. Thank you for watching.